All right, we got our next guest. Please, everyone, introduce yourselves and what you guys do.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Hi, my name is Fadey McCamera, your favorite realtor here in Las Vegas. And I obviously is a realtor, if you heard that very carefully. And I have a special guest with me. I have Matthew with me and a special guest with Matthew. Matthew, please introduce yourself.
This is a good buddy of mine all the way from Miami, Florida. This is Jason Cotter. Say hello to the nice people right here.
How's it going, guys? I'm into crypto.
He's a crypto boy.
Oh,
All right, all right. Is this your guys' first time at this event, or are we regulars?
My first time.
Okay, for the Huddle Up event.
Yeah, so this is my second time.
Okay.
Second time.
I'm actually the winner of the first Huddle Up here in Las Vegas. Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes, you are in front of a winner. So
We're in front of a king right here. The funny thing is
King Network.
the funny thing is when I came to my first time,
yes.
I walk in and I see your name all over the TV screens, like winner, winner. Because I guess you won the last one or that one. I don't know. I don't.
Very first one. Yes, I did. So, Huddle Up is a great time, and not just that too. It really helps focus and helps our community here, mainly our children. So, it's a good environment to network, to meet other people, to network your business, and to just have a good time. A lot of all the charities, pretty much, we are just mainly focusing for our children here to help. It's a nonprofit as well too. So a lot of great stuff is happening here in Huddle Up. So I'm very blessed to be the very first winner. I just, anytime you have an opportunity to network and meet people, I'm just full for it. I'm always into it. So it's just, if you want to do something, I always say just do it 110% and give it 100%. Because if you mess up that 10%, you're still 100% winner.
That's true. Yeah.
Amen.
And then you said you were in your second time, correct?
Yeah, my second time.
Okay, and what do you think about the event?
You know, so here's the thing. I've been in networking for many, many years. I sat on the board for the Las Vegas Chamber and Las Vegas Young Professionals. And so I made somewhat of a career out of networking events.
Mm-hmm.
And natural born networker. I love meeting people. I love connecting with people and building relationships. But what makes this event different that really sparked my interest was it kind of forces you, no matter how big of an extrovert you are. I'm a huge extrovert. I love meeting people, but a lot of people aren't natural born networkers.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I like about this event is it forces you to go out and meet people, right? And it makes it competitive. And I think no matter where you're at, what industry you're in, there's a little bit of competitiveness in you. And so when you've got that scorecard and you're like, I've got to go to every table, I've got to get every signature, I got to go buy a drink so they can sign my paper, I got to go taste this funnel cake, even though I don't want the carbs, so I can get this signature. And I think it's brilliant how it forces you to go build relationships and connect and hear people's stories, but also it gives you an opportunity to share who you are and what you do. And so for me, I think this is a brilliant, networking opportunity. And obviously with the give back for the community, I think that just makes this event that much more special.
Sweet, sweet. And it was said it's your first time, correct?
Yeah, this is my first time. I was gonna say, Matt had said it forces you to go, network and meet people. But honestly, if you're super shy, it doesn't, because you might not be that competitive. But it forces it on you. Yeah. Like people come up to you and say, "Hey, how's it going?" Right? And they want to talk to you because of the points. But like you said, I think it was really cool that it encourages you to go do that. I like the charitable auctions. I mean, I like those are some really cool like sports memorabilia, some of those things. So I thought that was super cool.
You were going goo goo gaga over the Taylor Swift.
I noticed that she's such a big deal now because of like the one boyfriend of like her last 20 boyfriends happened to be an athlete, right? But I thought it was super cool. I mean, when he said, let's go to this networking event, I just thought it was probably basic, like happy hour or whatever. And it's like it's huge. How often do they do these, by the way?
Every month.
Yeah, they do these every month.
Wow. And are there all these items that are being auctioned off for charity?
I'm not sure.
Yes, they do. All those items are auctioned off. Actually, a lot of them are donated. To
Dude, the picture with Cassius Clay.
Yes,
the picture with Cassius Clay
donated. Not all of them, but some of them are donated.
And Elvis.
Yeah,
I didn't even know they ever met, and I didn't know they ever met ever.
It's incredible.
So,
the prizes as well too. So when you are there and you are literally forced to get all these points and get all these people signing your scorecard. This allows you to just take yourself to a new level and allow you to actually have an opportunity to meet somebody or say hi to somebody that usually you won't say hi to. So this is a good way to get yourself out of your comfort zone and win prizes at the same time. So it's a win-win-win-win, chicken dinner winner, chicken dinner.
Perfect, perfect. We love to hear that. And then I know you guys all do separate things, so tell us about a little bit about each of your businesses. I know you're in real estate, and you said you do crypto, and you didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you didn't say anything yet.
I
so-
left it to your imagination.
Yeah, let's. You want to keep it to my imagination?
No,
or-
absolutely not. I actually do want to tell you what I do. So I'm a sommelier. I'm in the wine business.
Okay.
I have a couple of different businesses. I have a luxury hospitality company that hires out sommeliers, bartenders, chefs, servers for private and corporate events. And I have a wine brokerage where I private label wines for companies and restaurants and things like that. But one thing I do want to talk about right now is
Plug.
the Somm documentary movie premiere that we're doing here in Las Vegas. So if you're not familiar, and many of you may be, there is a documentary called Somm that came out in 2012. And it followed these 4 or 5 candidates that were vying for the Master Sommelier exam. And it kind of just showcased how difficult it was to obtain that certification. And, you know, that most of these guys were like getting ready to get divorced because their wives were like, you study too much and you drink too much wine. And, you know, it really brought light to the wine industry. And it kind of took away a little bit of, you know, fanfare from celebrity chefs and, you know, kind of made celebrities out of sommeliers. But anyways, this little documentary blew up and, you know, made these guys world famous, brought a lot of light to the wine industry. And because of that, they've made 3 different documentaries and now they're releasing their 4th one. And they've been showcasing it and premiering it all over the country, all over the world. And we're doing a premiere here in Las Vegas on February 18th. And it's going to be a red carpet event, right? We're going to be doing not only the movie premiere showcasing this important story about wine and culture and history and war and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to be doing a VIP wine tasting experience beforehand, where we're going to feature multiple wines for, you know, 30 different wines from all over the world. Red carpet, you know, 360 photo booth activations. You can pay to touch my hair if you want. But it's gonna be a really important evening.
He does have some nice hair, I'm just saying.
It's gonna be a really great evening of you know, just community, wine, and learning the history and the culture that's very important to learn.
Mhm.
At any level, right? This isn't just for like industry people. This is for anybody that's just like, I drink barefoot on a Tuesday, you know, with my pizza or my Taco Bell or whatever. Like it's important to learn the history and the culture and the stories behind wine. So I would like to invite everybody to
Where's it at? Where's it?
so it's going to be at David Sachs Theater or David Sachs Studio, I should say. It's on West Oquendo here in Las Vegas. The website is www.cupofsalvationlv.com.
Okay, awesome. And how'd you get into what you with all the wine and everything? What drew you to it towards
Make
it?
it short. Make it short.
I'm going to make it short.
Please make it short. We're not going all day.
The Matthew show.
Yeah, exactly.
You know I did. Always.
Hey, you two are like, hey, come talk on a podcast. I'm going to come talk.
Thank you, Matthew.
I am not shy. Long story short, I moved to Vegas, and I didn't drink. I didn't, you know, and I was involved in nightlife, and I didn't have my first drink of alcohol until I was 27.
Mhm.
Whoa.
And oh, you didn't know that?
I did not.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah.
I knew you're weird and vegetarian, but I didn't know.
Yeah. So I'm weird and also, you know, didn't drink. But I fell in love with wine because of the history, because of the culture.
Mhm.
I won't bore you with all the stories, but basically I started, you know, taking clients out and I would have to order the wine because I was a host and I had no idea the difference between a Coca-Cola and a Chardonnay at the time.
Mhm.
And so, you know, to save myself the embarrassment, I started learning about it. And I would take a picture of whatever wine I ordered for the night. And I would go home and research it. I'm like, wow, this winery has been producing wine for 5 generations. And that's something special and interesting, right?
Yeah. So this is the only like company or the only job that would actually say get high on your own supply.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. No, and that's the beautiful thing is like being in the industry. I've been privileged and lucky enough to enjoy wines that are way out of my price point, right? But just that are just world renowned and interesting and have, rich history and so it's been a great ride. So
And right before we go to the next one, what's the most expensive wine you've tasted?
Oh God.
Oh, that's a good.
one of the top most expensive wines I tasted was a 1973 Petrus, and I think it was 11 grand a bottle, and we had two of them that night.
Jesus. God damn, was it good?
Was
it
I
worth the
cried.
price?
I cried. Like, no, I literally sat at the table by myself with this bottle of wine. I left the party that we were at. I took the bottle because nobody else was really, they were drinking other stuff, right? And there was plenty of other amazing, fantastic wines there. But I did take the bottle and I sat in a room and I literally like put it in front of me and I just stared at it. And I was like, I'm about to experience this incredible wine. I don't even know what it is. And my face went numb and it was just like, it was amazing. It was amazing. So yes, was it worth the price? Yeah, because I didn't pay for it.
fair point.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And now we'll go to you. You're in real estate.
That A.
Yes, yes, yes.
How long have you been in the industry for?
I've been in the industry for about 5 years now. I do commercial residential. Excuse me. I love what I do. I help close the wealth gap for a lot of people. That's what real estate agents have to be. Three things I would say. First of all, you have to be professional. You have to love what you do, and also you have to be knowledgeable as well, because you're putting in people's money in a lot of money in their hands, and you have to make sure that they can depend on you in any case. So as a realtor, we wear many hats. We have to be like a therapist at one point. We have to make sure that the transaction does well. We have to make sure that you're there at like 11 o'clock at night when they're all nervous. There's a lot that goes into it. It's like people don't understand that, oh, I can sell my house by myself. Well, go ahead and do it. Good luck.
Good luck.
And then after 90 days or after, a year after, then you're calling on a realtor, please help me. There's a lot that goes into it. You have to be very passionate and you have to love what you do. And yes, realtors, there's lots of realtors out there, but here's the thing. If you enjoy what you do and you're unique and you just genuine, people love people and you love to help people, you just automatically gravitate to people. People gravitate to you, and they they love just spending time with you, and they can feel comfortable and confident, know that the transaction gets done. And so my Instagram and my Facebook is Fadey McCamry. You guys are more than welcome to look it up. It's FADEY MAKHAMRE. I do Motivation Mondays. I do Market Watch Wednesdays, and I teach and I provide substance for my clients to make sure they know what's going on in the market. Is this a good time to buy? What's the interest rate going on? And on the Mondays for motivation, when you're laying in bed, you're like, oh shit, I gotta go to work. Hey, let's pop in Fadey's Motivation Monday and see what he says. And it's usually something that's cute, nice, professional, and people overlook it. Like my last Motivation Monday was very similar like this. People talk about you regardless if you do good or bad. So use those words as fuel to fire up what's inside of you. So people overshadow things and look at things in life, and they make things harder on themselves that they shouldn't. And so I enjoy what I do. I love being a realtor, and I, help, like I said, close the gap for a lot of people here in Las Vegas. And purchasing a home for the very first time for a lot of people help achieve those American dreams. So I'm very passionate and I love what I do. So thank you very much for the question.
Yeah. So what's your prediction on the market right now? Because I know it's pretty crazy. Interest rates are coming down.
That's correct. So right now the interest rate is about 6.625. The single family homes we have available is about it actually has doubled. So we have about 3,750-ish available for single family homes. That has doubled the past 3-4 months due to a lot of people not putting their house on the market. People are waiting for the interest rate to go down, and newsflash, it is going to go down, but it's gradually going down. And here's the thing. When the interest rate goes down and people are waiting for that 5% or whatever percent they're waiting for, what's going to happen is this. Everybody and their mother and their grandmother is going to go buy a house,
Absolutely.
and that same property that you're looking at
Mm-hmm.
has multiple offers on that house.
Yeah, that's true.
So that house is worth now 450,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have somebody has multiple offers on it, so it goes up to 465.
Yeah, it
You're
gets
paying
more
15,
expensive.
you're paying $20,000 over
Yeah.
asking price. So if you looked at the house 2 months ago prior, before all this interest rate goes down, and purchased it,
Mm-hmm.
and they go, all right, Fadey, I'm going to refi,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
Refi the fucking house.
Yeah.
Stop wasting your time,
Yeah.
especially if you're renting.
Yeah.
You're using your money into somebody else's pocket.
Yeah. It's 100%.
You want to pay 100%
Yeah.
to, Joe Schmo, your landlord,
Exactly.
or you want to pay that little 7% interest rate and then thank me later and then pay maybe a 3, 4, or 5 months worth of that 7%. And when the interest rate goes down to 5, you can refinance and you got yourself into a home.
Right.
And you don't have to go begin to worry about, oh, Fadey, I need a house. Save me, Jesus.
Right.
Well,
Well, here's my
I
question.
can't do everything. I'm not Jesus.
Right.
But I can pray to Jesus. I'll pray to Jesus to help you out. But
Right.
here's the reality. If you didn't listen to me, if you listen to me now, when I was trying to bark at you 4 or 5 months ago,
Yeah.
and now you're like, oh, it's too late.
Yeah.
In reality,
I understand.
we just have to work harder. We can get you that house,
Mm-hmm.
but don't expect that same house you're eyeing for the past 5 months to be there.
Right.
And if it is, you're going to be spending $15,000, $20,000 over asking price.
Right. So I want to bring up a kind of a controversial topic. So there's a lot of talk about like these major corporations coming in and buying a lot
Hedge
of houses.
funds. Hedge funds.
Yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you looked at my last video on Wednesday for the Market Watch Wednesdays, we have hedge funds that purchased
Mhm.
8,400 homes.
Yep.
And they're continuing to purchase. And not just that too, guys, hold purses.
Mhm.
They're also purchasing land.
Yep.
And they're gobbling everything up left and right.
Mhm.
What happens is this. Yes, we have about 3,700 worth of inventory here, single family homes, but we have a deficit of 8,400, 7,400 homes,
Yeah.
8,400 homes that should have been on the market.
Mhm.
But because the hedge funds are coming in, buying these, holding them,
Mhm.
and what happens is that they're waiting for the right time for them to refi.
Mm.
So they're doing what we should be doing
Exactly.
is to purchase that house and then refi.
Right.
If you have the money, you don't need $20,000, $15,000 for a down payment for your EMD.
$1, Bob.
I wish I can give you $1, but in reality, it's not what
Well,
you
they got
think it
down
is.
payment assistance.
We have down payment assistance. We have FHA, which is first time home buyers. We have plenty of programs.
Mhm.
If you're still worried about the interest rate, our lenders, we have a 3-2-1 program.
Yep.
We 2-through-1 buy downs. These are all buy downs, 3-2-1 buy downs. We have so much stuff. You have to make sure your lender knows what the hell they're doing. You got to make sure your realtor knows what the hell they're doing.
That's facts.
And jump on it.
Yep.
Don't wait. If you got to wait, then you got to, battle against the neighbor who's looking at that same house next to you. So
Do you think that the theory of like they're trying to buy everything up so that you can't be owners anymore and they can lease
That's
it back to you? Do you
yeah.
believe
Oh yeah,
that?
100%. It's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
They want to make it like China.
Yeah. Yeah. Communist country.
They're buying everything up because they want everybody to be renters.
But what's funny is like when you look around and search tax records, a lot of it is really owned by Chinese already.
it's all these hidden LLCs, all these large bank owners, Chase, all those that you can think of, they're already buying it.
Mhm.
And it's not
Calling them out by name.
it's not
He's like, fuck them all.
I don't care because it's true. It's facts. In reality, in facts, is people need to know what the hell is going
Yeah.
on, especially during the market.
Yeah.
So in reality is this, all these large hedge funds and all these big names are buying all these left and right because they know the value of what the house is worth.
Mhm.
They know that if you purchase a house, you don't lose value, you actually build equity.
Mm.
And the house value goes up. That same shit show house in California, the shit chats, I call them, they're all shit little shocks.
Right.
Okay. They're worth $1 million,
Yeah.
but they ain't worth nothing. They're going to continue going to go up in value. And a lot of people are going from California coming here to Vegas and realize that I'm going to sell my little M&M house and go buy myself a mansion here
Right.
because I know that $1 million goes a long way here in Nevada and in Las Vegas compared to California.
That doesn't help.
Because of first of all, they know the value of what the dollar is worth. stronger here than compared to over there because people in California can't afford a lot of things and they're realizing, okay, this traffic sucks, cost of living there is expensive, food there is expensive. Let me go next to Las Vegas. And the people in Las Vegas are like, get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want your ass here anymore.
All
Sorry,
your
guys.
politics.
Here's yeah, I'm sorry. If you guys are from California, I love y'all, but here's the reality. Bringing those high prices influenced and brought ballooned up everything in Las Vegas.
I feel like we can talk about this.
That same, you know, I go to Smith's for my grocery store. I love my Smith's. It's close
Check
by.
them out at your local Smith's, guys.
Come on now. You get the chicken. They get the rotisserie chicken, and I like to meal prep. It makes my life easy.
Yep.
Used to have the rotisserie chicken 2 for $10.
Mm.
Now is $9.99 for one chicken.
Yeah.
What happens if you are a family of 4 or 5 or 6? How expensive is now your grocery bill is? It's difficult now just to even feed your family.
That's true.
And so what's difficult is
Are you blaming the Californians?
I'm blaming. Am I blaming California?
Thanks, Obama.
Is that what it is?
What I'm blaming is what's happening in this country, and they're losing what God bless America is. They're losing the God-feared, strong Americans that we used to be, and we have given up and put our head in the sand, and we give up who we are as Americans, and we completely have given up on ourselves and the United States that we live in.
Right.
And we've allowed other people to come in and take over this country, leaving our gates open. We all know what's going on, and we all know who's running this presidency. And I'm not a type of person who politics, but in reality, who's ever is running this show is obviously not doing a good job. And we all know who wants to be president. We all know who's going to be president. You know what I'm saying? It starts with a T, ends up. and the man who was he was president. He actually got the job done. The guy is a business guy. He's a businessman. He got the job done. Regardless what anybody thinks about him, at least the economy was in a better place where it was prior. We can all agree on that to where we are now. We weren't in 3 wars that we are currently, are we? The way we were, correct? And so now we are in wars and things and situations that we should never got ourselves into.
Damn.
All these billions of trillions of dollars supposedly are all over in different countries where it should be focused here in America.
Right.
And I think that's plenty for me to talk about.
Yeah. Let's get you back on the podcast. We can do a full hour.
I mean, I can be here for hours.
Yeah, dude.
To be honest. And I'm glad you guys are listening. And you know, I kind of got into the rant here.
Love that.
But in I just some of the stuff that kind of people are aware of and they're noticing, but they're not talking about it because they don't got the balls to say shit anymore.
Hell yeah.
Because people are afraid to say things nowadays.
Get canceled.
Like I go to the gym or I go out and talk to people in public, and people forget to say hi or be friendly or just be sociable or just talk to people in general, like normal society used to be. Like, I don't know if it's a West Coast thing, but I'm from Midwest Chicago, and people from Chicago are very friendly. We talk to everybody, like, how you doing? We're like New York, but we have alleyways and we're cleaner.
Damn. Shots fired everywhere, man.
New Yorkers, but it's reality.
Got big ass rats there too?
No, we got cockroaches, not rats. You know, and our pizza is better, so you know. You can comment on my Instagram. You know, our pizza is better. Chicago style, is the best. But you know, I'm glad that you guys gave me the opportunity to speak. I mean, this subject and all this, it needs to be kind of talked about because people are afraid to even open their mouths and express their feelings. In reality, this is my opinion, and your opinion is just as valid as important is mine. So if I hurt your feelings, oh fucking well, you know, you can more than welcome to hit me up on Instagram and say you hurt my feelings. Fadey, Fadey.
I think the people are actually a lot more outspoken, you know, and obviously, like, if we're going to talk about the degrading American culture and the corruption of the government, we could be here for 16 hours. It's insane. But whenever you're saying people are too afraid to speak up, I think it's the opposite. I think that people are becoming stronger and they're realizing, you know what? They try to make it seem like we are crazy, but people are starting to wake up. But anyway, like I said, I know that we could talk about that forever, but I know that's not what this is about.
I mean, we can definitely get you guys all back together sometime outside of here and actually have a full on podcast where we don't have to like rush everything. But, you know, we want to hear a little bit about you now. So you said you're in crypto, correct?
Yeah, so I'll tell you my backstory real quick. So I was an investment advisor, you know, Series 7, Series 66 with Raymond James Financial. And I had a really terrible boss. He was actually an ex-drill sergeant, and he would yell and cuss at me all the time. And he would, you know, kind of a messed up version of like a Southern gentleman. He was like super nice to the females in the office. And he would just ream me, right? And we had like wood floors. I had to go down the hall, like, hey, can I borrow the stapler? And like act like I didn't get reamed, right?
Yeah.
Super awkward. And after a year, I had enough. I was like, can't do this anymore. You're terrible, right? And he offered me a really big raise to stay. And I said, Sean, I said, you could give me the shirt off your back, and it would not compare to working in a better environment. And I had a lot of money saved up, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I would never work for another bad boss again. So I just figured it out, and I was spent months without a job. And I finally, coincidentally, like just ended up in, not coincident, but I guess I should say ironically, totally opposite of the you know, white collar investment world. I became a chimney sweep.
Oh,
And I started a chimney sweeping company. And my goal was just to do apartment complexes. So no, I'm actually from Oklahoma City.
Oh,
And that's like where I met him originally. So anyway, yeah, I did that for 8 years, grew it. I was pretty successful in it. And the year, you know, 2019 alone, we swept over 25,000 chimneys in 37 states. It was really great. And then COVID happened, and it totally crushed us. And I was very blessed and fortunate that I found someone to buy. And I thought, you know what, 8 years has been a pretty good run. So I feel good, you know? I mean, it doesn't feel good to sell down, but we had zero work for 11 weeks.
oof.
And I was like, guys, I don't know. I'm like loaning money, keep food on the table, right? And I was like, you know what? It's time to sell. I'm getting out of this, whatever. And there was COVID. I had a girlfriend at the time. She wasn't working. I wasn't working. We just had a lot of fun for a couple of years, or I guess a year. And then I was like, you know, I'm going to the local bars and things, and it was like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep living this dive bar, local bar, Oklahoma City, guys I've hung out with since I was, you know, in 6th grade or whatever lifestyle. And I just ended up I sold my company, broke up with my girlfriend, sold my house.
Oh, shit.
I lived in for 11 years. I bought it 11 years prior.
Yeah.
And I just moved to downtown Miami because the growing tech, the growing crypto, you know, it's also, they call it Wall Street of the South. It's the second largest financial district. And man, the networking, oh my God, you know, coming from a place like Oklahoma, the networking in Miami is insane. And I think that there's a lot of new money, you know, and there's a lot of exciting things happening where in Oklahoma, the difference is like, you know, banking, oil, mineral. I guess recently marijuana is a big deal in Oklahoma now.
Well,
But
they have the medical marijuana. Did they pass?
It's recreational.
They
is
passed
it now? I
Did
didn't
they
hear that.
pass it? No. I was there. I was there a couple months ago,
Every freaking corner.
and it was only medical.
I think it's
tried
on the
pass-
corner, but
They
it's only
tried
medical.
passing.
Though.
They only
That's what I
they
think.
tried passing.
I think so.
They
Maybe.
tried passing it.
Open up.
They said no.
Oh,
See?
no,
Tell me
no,
better.
no. Okay, I don't know. I'm not a piehead fucker.
We have an off-screen source that knows.
You don't have to be a pothead. to be
verified.
knowledgeable, okay?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what I'm getting at is this: I went there for bigger opportunities, and you know, it's been really great. And so far, you know, I mean, because crypto is really exciting, very high risk, high reward. You know, I got into crypto heavy in 2017. But I kind of revisited it and got super heavy in 2021. But I went about a year after selling my company. And then in February of 2021, I got back and I was like, let me go check on crypto. And I was like, wow, what are these NFTs? What is NFTs about? And I bought, and people who are listening who know this might know how big of a deal this is, but I got a CryptoPunk. I bought a CryptoPunk in February. No, it's like a pixelated punk. But I got it in February of 2021 when it was like way cheap. But the point I'm making though is that was like a big catalyst for just, I was like, this is crazy, what's happening, and I became part of this community. And I took what I learned as an investment advisor, you know, a lot of technical analysis, fundamental analysis, you know, portfolio management, risk management, all that. I took a lot of that and I applied that. And yeah, it's been a really wild ride, but I'm not going to say it was great because it's been a very tough crypto winter. Very tough, but things are looking up now. For example, the indicator, which is basically every single crypto not in the top 10. So, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. And I think Solana's fourth now. But the top 10 cryptos by market cap, this is all other cryptos. So it's all the other ones. And it just now broke 80 on the RSI, which is the relative strength index. It just now broke 80 for the first time since November of 2021, which was the absolute top. And RSI is not one of those things like a price where it goes up and goes down, whatever. You can go up over 80, and that says there's strength in the market, and it can stay up for a whole cycle. So when I'm looking at the weekly chart and I see that it was down forever, just like a bottom feeder, and then it finally breaks up like 2 years later, that's exciting. That's super exciting. So I'm telling everyone I know, I'm like, listen, get on Coinbase, just buy some freaking coins. They call it dart season. Like, you just throw, can't miss. You can't freaking miss. They say everyone's a genius in a bull market, right?
Yeah.
We're getting to that point. We're very close. I've had an insane week. Insane. My life was literally different 8 days ago.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Insane. Okay.
That's why he called me up. I was like, I'm coming to Vegas.
One reason. But the point I'm making is, so it's been exciting. And not only do I invest, but like through my experiences, I've worked with several NFT projects, small altcoins, but I typically work with strategy and social media management and things like that. But I take what I've learned from business, where I'm managing a team and I'm seeing what matters. And for me, how I was successful in the chimney business, it wasn't because I'm this like grunty, chimney guy. And it wasn't because I'm like a hard ass manager that just wants to like cut expenses and like just like treat people like dirt and like make money for myself. It was because I understood when you systemize things. I understood how everything connects. I understood how all the dots connect for the better good. So I can have a very happy employee, a very happy customer, and I can make money and everyone's happy. On top of the fact that no one has to talk to anybody. I had systems and processes in place to where I barely had to work. I didn't have to talk to anybody. They didn't have to talk to anybody. Everything was systemized to be optimal.
Yeah.
So what I do with these teams of freaking hooded degens, these freaking coder guys in Discord and Telegram, is I'm like, listen, guys, I can help you with the actual business. I get it. You guys are techie, but let me show you how it's done, right? So I bring that to it. And I've worked with several teams, and I'm currently working with one called Anita Max Win, okay? This Drake meme that went totally viral, but he's like, this is my alter ego, Anita Max Win. And they named the coin Win. And I'm yelling in Telegram, and they're like, listen to Cotterface, listen to Cotterface. And then after a while, like the next day, they're like, hire Cotterface, hire Cotterface. And they reached out to me. I said, I want this much up front and this much a week. And they said, done. And then now I'm working with them, and I've got a meeting with a guy at the penthouse suite of this weekend.
Drake?
Because no, but we're trying to get a partnership with Stake, which is a crypto betting platform that is a like they sponsor Drake massively. I'm talking, I think someone said they give him like 150 million a year to gamble with. Like, hey, go live stream and throw around some millions.
Yeah.
And they hit me up, said, hey, who can write professional email? We got to reply to Stake. And I was like, I can. I'm like twice these guys' age, I'm like, by the way, I'm like 39. Okay. I'm like getting there. I'm getting there, man. But anyway, so life moves fast in crypto, real fast. Yeah. And anyway, so yeah, I've got a meeting and the head of I shouldn't say this actually. I can't say this, but
we'll bleep it out.
Yeah. Point is, we're working on partnerships. That's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. Hopefully, if this ever airs, like it's all old news.
I mean, no, they're probably like what next? Well, actually, we don't know. We'll figure that part out. But
anyway, so yeah, I'm basically like a investment advisor to chimney sweep to crypto degen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been my road. Yeah.
So someone who's trying to get into crypto or even investing, what's like some tips you can give them to like get their feet wet?
Okay, so this is something that these guys gotta know as well. Anyone that I know, anyone that I meet, I'm very generous with my information because like it's actually very, very easy. Oftentimes in life,
we can turn this off now.
oftentimes in life, things that are like really good are very difficult. It's like, you know what? I'll settle here. This is good enough. And it's like, because you don't want to put a lot of effort into it. But dollar cost averaging is amazing. So for example, where do you go if you need something? Like you just need something, where are you going to go? Just tell me.
Amazon.
Okay, Amazon. I was thinking Walmart, but either way, it's huge. They have everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're in America and you want crypto, you're going to go to Coinbase. It's like the one you go to, right? And they only have like maybe 200, 250 coins. So out of like, 40,000 or something. So my point is this. if you know the bull market's coming, and if you know it's been down for so long, anyone who's gonna sell sold. Anyone who's like, I'm done with this crap, they sold. And now it's just, murmuring around the bottom, right? For like a year.
Yeah.
And now it's finally poking its head back up. So if you want to prepare yourself for this next bull cycle, I say go to Coinbase, because that is where people will go. Whenever your dad or your uncle hears about it and their nephew or whatever is like, hey, you really got to do this. All right, well, let me get on Coinbase and I'll buy some coins. And they're going to buy this one because it's Bitcoin and Ethereum. And they say, well, I want some cheap ones too. Bitcoin's 50,000. This one's only 2 cents. I'll buy some of that. They don't know. They just buy stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the point is, go pick some things, go find something interesting. Look at some low market cap, because the low market cap has room to grow. When you're buying something with a $40 billion market cap, that's a lot different than a $5 million market cap. It doesn't take too many investment dollars to 3, 4x, 5x, 10x, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of coins at 50x. I'm in a coin right now that did like a 90x this week. That's why it's been a freaking really great week.
Yeah.
I wish I could have taken advantage of all 90, but I did take profits along the way to be wise, right? But it's a really crazy space. But like I was saying, when you're saying advice for people, get on Coinbase, find 10 to 12, throw your money, and like I said, dollar cost average. Here's the deal. Everyone says buy low, sell high, right? Well, when you dollar cost average, you're a long-term investor. You can't time the market. You can't choose when it's the bottom, when it's the top. However, you can buy more when it's cheap. You can buy less when it's up. And over time, just like if you have a 1 and a 100 and you average it as 50, well, now if you have a lot of ones and a lot of 100s, now your average is like 90, right? So when you're buying more when it's cheap, you're buying less when it's higher. Over time, every week, every month, every paycheck, whatever you do, you are buying way more when it's cheaper. So over time, your cost is way less for those tokens. So as the market goes up, which it's gonna, because it has to, it can't go down forever, and crypto's going nowhere. Okay, they just approved the Bitcoin ETF, so it's very bullish right now. But what I'm getting at is this is the easiest thing to just open up an account every week, every month, throw some money at it, whatever your favorite coins are. And I promise you, some will be 3x in the bull market, but some might be 50. Some might be 10x, some might be whatever. But I don't think there's one coin. I truly do not believe that one coin on Coinbase going from the bear market to the bull market, I don't believe that one coin will be negative compared to where it was now at the peak of the bull. I do not believe that. So it's very easy to know when to get in. Obviously, it's very difficult to know when to sell. So trying to time the top is not a great idea. When you're in profit, take profits slowly as you go. But we're in the middle of a situation where the Bitcoin halving is coming up in about a month, and it's also an election year. And election years, like literally 95% of the time, are very bullish, because nobody wants to reelect a president when you can't buy groceries and gas is $9 and your husband got laid off. Nobody wants to, vote them back in. All right, so I'm done ranting about it. I'll go ahead. But that's my point: is the bull market's coming for crypto, unless there's some crazy black swan event. Bull market's coming for crypto for sure. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's all right. I enjoy. I was ranting not too long ago.
We all got our rants in.
We got the rant circle in.
Yeah.
Stigma with crypto, and nobody likes that crypto guy ranting at the barbecue,
Yeah.
right? So I try to get it out with.
No, I mean, I
All right, crypto bro.
I enjoyed everything that I heard. I mean,
Do you guys, do you guys have anything to plug? Social media? I mean, you already plugged yours. I think you plugged yours already.
Yes, if you're angry at me, you're more than.
Yeah. And then, do you have like a social media?
Yeah, give your social media. I didn't give mine.
Oh, mine. So Cotterface on Instagram, but really Twitter is where I'm active. So it's Cotterface
you're
with a
definitely a
0.
creator, for sure.
And also I'm part of Capital Movement, which is a Discord. It's a paid Discord. So I call my meme coins and
Sick.
little bitty altcoins. I call these things, right? And I felt really good because Anita Max win. I called it at 300,000 market cap.
Wow.
I called it at 300,000 in my paid Discord, and it tapped out at 84 million. People made a bloody fortune. Okay.
Wow.
A fortune. I sold like 25% early on, kind of being, took my profits out. And then, dude, I don't care. Anita Max win. That's what's going on right now.
Closed for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know what time it was. Anyway, no, yeah. So Cotterface with a 0 on Twitter. Yeah, my bad. Cotterface with 0.
And then just plug yours, and we'll call it a wrap.
All right, guys, we're gonna save the best for last, and I'm gonna keep it simple and short, Connor.
Save the best wine for last.
That's right. No, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's the Lord of Wine. And And if you want to come to the, yes, the camera's down here.
If you want to,
Oh, wait, there's a camera over there
That's your
too.
camera.
That's my camera.
yes.
And then again, if you want to come to the movie premiere / wine tasting, go to, what is the website? cupofsalvationlv.com. And if you use the promo code The Lord of Wine, that'll get you my friends and family discount. So hope to see everybody there on February
Kinda like the
18th.
discount. Yeah.
Everybody loves a discount, right? Especially in this,
Discount.
market and environment. So
And you can follow me at Fadey McCamray. You can also check out my website at dreambigrealtor.com.
ooh, that's a good website. It's a good domain.
I know. And don't forget to always dream big.
Dream big.
Yes.
Thanks for having us on here, guys.
Check me out. You see me on the road, I'm in hustle mode, real estate mogul, commercial real estate.